Welcome back in a new video. In this video, let's learn about the extension of time or EOT. Actually, it is also called EOT. Okay, so let's start. So, what is extension of time or EOT? So, EOT is a contractual right that allows the contractor to get extra time to complete the project if delays occur that are not their fault. Okay, so in simple words, it protects the contractor from being unfairly uh, penalized for delays caused by other parties or external factors. So the main purpose of EOT is to prevent unfair liquidated damages when the contractor is not responsible for the delay. So the key principle here is fairness, meaning that time risk should be shared fairly between the employer and the contractor. So whenever a delay happens, the question is whose fault is it? If it is not the contractor's fault, so they should be given fair additional time through EOT. Okay. So next, now, why is the extension of time uh, important? Okay, so here you can see I have added some major reasons here. So first reason you can see it protect contractor from penalties due to the excusable delays. If a project is delayed due to reason beyond the contractor's control, so EOT helps them to avoid liquidated damages. Second, it provides, you can see, provides the employer a realistic revised completion date. So both parties know the new target date for completion, and planning can be adjusted accordingly. Okay. Third, reduces a dispute by applying clear contractual rules. When everyone follows the FIDIC procedure and documentation, it reduces the agreement and the misunderstandings between the parties. Then last we have forms the basis for delay analysis and claims evaluation. So every delay, analysis or a claim in Primavera P6 or forensic schedule is ultimately linked to the EOT process. Okay, so in short, EOT keeps the project fair, transparent, and manageable for the both employer and the contractor. So I hope this is clear. Okay, so next look, FIDIC clauses for EOT. So in the FIDIC, in 1999 Red Book, the clause that deals with the extension of time is clause 8.4. Okay, that is the extension of time for completion. So this clause explains when the contractor is entitled to EOT. So let's look at the main causes that allow the contractor to claim additional time. So here you can see variations. That is the clause 13. So when the employer issues a variation order that changes the scope, design, or quality of the work, it may cause delay. So EOT can be claimed. So second, we have the exceptionally adverse climate conditions. For example, heavy rain, storms, or other weather conditions that are worse than the normal for that specific location. Okay. Then third, we have here the unforeseeable, unforeseeable shortage of the personnel or the material. Okay. Uh, such as important bans, border closure, or restrictions that prevent the contractors from the getting materials or labor. Then we have delays caused by the employer or engineer. So, for example, late approval, late payments, or a delayed site access. Okay. So the last we have any other causes mentioned in the contract. So this could include force measures or other special circumstances listed in the agreement. So this clause ensures that the contractor is protected when delays are beyond their control. Okay, so next we have the fatigue clauses for EOT. 2017, that is the red book updated. Okay, so in the FIDIC 2017 red book, the same principle continues, but with a few important updates. The EOT clause is now clause 8.5, and it is more structured and procedural. It also connects closely with the clause 20, which covers claims and disputes. So here are the key improvements. Here you can see still covered under the clause 8.5. So the claims procedure is now more detailed and time bound. So a new mechanism is the dispute. The avoidance has been added. So this helps to resolve the issues early before they turn into dispute. Okay. So there are now a stronger focus on notices. Okay, here you can see the stronger emphasis on notices and time limits for claims. Meaning, contractor must notify the engineer within the given time limits or risk losing their claim. Okay, so the 2017 version promotes better communication, proper documentation, and faster resolution of claims. Okay, so I hope this is clear. Okay, so next we have the contractor's procedure for EOT FIDIC 1999 clause 20.1. Okay, so under clause 20.1 of FIDIC 1999, there is a clear step-by-step procedure. You can say the process that the contractor must follow to claim an extension of time. Okay, so here is how it works. So first you can see we have here the notice of delay within 28 days from the becoming aware of event, then must identify cause and the potential impact. So within 28 days from the date the contractor becomes aware of the delay event, they must issue a formal notice to the engineer. So the notice should describe the cause of delay and its possible impact on the project completion date. Okay. Second, we have detailed claim. So here you can see within 48 days or within the time agreed, the contractor must submit full details, including background, records, and most importantly, program impact analysis using Primavera P6. So third, we have engineer's determination. So the engineer reviews the claim, checks the facts and schedule, and gives a fair determination of the EOT. If justified, the engineer may also approve additional cost. So this structured process ensures transparency and fairness, but it also demands that the contractor stays organized and timely. Okay. So next we have time bars. Uh, One of the most critical parts of the FIDIC is the time bar rule for submitting claims. Okay, if the contractor does not give a notice within 28 days, so they lost the right to claim EOT, even if the delay was genuine. Okay, so why so strict? Because the employer and engineer must know about the event as soon as possible so they can take action and avoid further delay. So this role, encourage early communication and proactive project management in the uh, 2017 FIDIC edition. So, so this time bar rule, is enforced even more strictly. So it's essential for every contractor to have a proper claim tracking and notification system. Okay, so I hope this rule is clear. Okay. Okay, so next we have employer's obligation in EOT. Okay, so the EOT, the process is not one-sided. The employer and engineer also have obligations. Okay, so first you can see here the SS contractors claim fairly and without delay. Second, engineer to give the determination within 242 days or as agreed. If the employer cause delays, must grant EOT plus cost entitlement, cannot apply LDs if EOT is justified. Okay. So first, the engineer must review the claim fairly and without unnecessary delay. And second, they should give a determination within 48 days or within the agreed period. So if the employer caused the delay, for example, by late approval or site assess, so they must not only grant EOT but also pay cost compensation. Okay. So most importantly, liquidated damages cannot be actually LDs is the liquidated damages. Okay, it cannot be applied for the period that is the covered by an approved EOT. So both sides have duties. Contractors must claim properly, and employer must respond fairly. Okay. So next we have the contractors' responsibilities in EOT. So, for a successful EOT claim, the contractor has to meet some responsibilities. So, first, you can see submit the notice and claim within the required time. So, submit notice and claim within the required time limit. It is very important. Second, maintain and provide accurate record such as daily progress reports, weather logs, manpower records, and correspondence. Okay, so third, update the Primavera P6 schedule regularly to demonstrate how the event impact the critical path. Then last we have show a clear cause and effect relationship. Okay, here you can see the demonstrate cause and effect relationship between the event and delays. So it is very important to show a clear cause and effect relationship between the delay event and project completion. So in short, you can see evidence, records, and schedule updates are the backbone of every EOT claims. Okay, so next we have excusable versus non-excusable delays. Here you can see we have type of delay, then entitlement. So actually, here first let's look at the employer caused delay or late drawing site access. Here entitlement is the EOT plus cost, then neutral delay EOT only. Okay, then contractor delays, that will be no EOT, contractors liable for uh, liquidated damages. Okay, so this classification is very important for delay analysis and claim evaluation. It helps to identify who is the responsible for the delay and what compensation is justified. Okay, so next we have examples. Example one. First, let's look at the example one. Okay, so here event we have employed delays site possessions by 45 days. Contractor issues notice within 28 days. Primary schedule shows the impact on the critical path. Outcome, contractor granted 45 days EOT plus prolongation cost. Okay, so event is clearly that employed delays giving the site possessions by 45 days. So action was the contractor issues a notice within 28 days and updates the Primavera P6 schedule. So the update shows that the critical path is pushed forward by 45 days. So results we have here, the engineer reviews and confirms the delay is caused by the employer. So outcome you can see we have here, the contractor get 45 days EOT and prolongation cost. Okay, so this example shows how timely notice and proper documentation lead to fair outcome. Okay, so now let's look at the another example. Here you can see first we have the event heavy unexpected rainfall. So heavy and unexpected rainfall delays the excavation work by 20 days. So uh, next, we have the contract issues and notice and updated the programs. Then outcomes, contractors granted 20 days EOT only, no cost. Event is clear. Okay, it is the excavation is got 20 days late due to the heavy unexpected rainfall. The action was the contractor issued the notice within time and update the Primavera P6 schedule to show the impact on the critical path. Okay, so results we have here, the engineer confirms that weather was uh, just the adverse, but it is the the neutral event not caused by the either party. Outcomes you can see we have here, the contractor received 20 days EOT but no cost. Okay, so this example highlights that some delays give time only while other gives both time and cost. So depending on the responsibilities. Okay. I hope these examples are clear. Next, we have the link with delay analysis. Okay, so the assessment of EOT claims is directly linked to delay analysis techniques. We use Primavera P6 and forensic schedule analysis to identify the real impact of each delay event. Okay, so here we have the some common used method include impacted as planned, time impact analysis, then window, or you can say as planned versus as built analysis. Okay, here you can next we have the correct method ensures fair allocation of delay responsibility. So choosing the right method ensures that the responsibility for each delay is a fairly allocation between the employer and the contractor. So understanding EOT also help us to master professional delay analysis. Okay, I hope this is clear. So finally, we have here conclusion. So now let's conclude. So EOT, you can see protection for the contractor against unfair penalties. So extension of time is protection mechanism for contractors against unfair penalties. So it's governed by the clause 8.4 in the 1999 FIDIC and clause 8.5 in the 2017 edition. Okay, so you can check these references. So the claim procedure follows clause 20, which covers notice, records, and detailed submission. So a valid EOT claims requires timely notice, complete documentation, and schedule analysis using tools like Primavera P6. So in the last, most importantly, following these steps help in avoiding disputes and ensure fair project management for all parties. So, EOT is not just a claim, it is a professional process to maintain fairness, transparency, and control in every construction project. Okay, so I hope everything is clear related to the EOT. So, thank you so much for watching this video. See you in the next video.